All right, are we good? Are we live? I think we are. Hello all and welcome back to the Football Chat Live. Our coverage of the Euros continues tonight with the final round of 16 clash. Turkey facing Austria. Should be really good tonight. I'm excited for this game. I think it's one of the more interesting round of 16 ties. Of course, we've been tracked some really good games. But I think on paper, these two sides should play out a really interesting match. We've got an Austria side who I think for a lot of people have been up there as one of the strongest at the tournament. They played some really nice football, Ralf Rangnick's team, against a Turkey side who play a very different system, but it's equally as effective. They're very aggressive, very attacking, a little bit weak defensively, but it's going to be interesting to see the clash of styles in this game. Will Austria's possession-based football be able to beat out the very high-tempo, very counter-attacking Turkish style? That's going to be really interesting to see this evening. So hopefully we get to see the game we expect tonight, because I think these are two really well-set-up sides with some really excellent players. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I think this is... I don't think a lot of people will be excited for this one, but personally, I'm very excited. It should be a great game of football, but yeah, and hopefully we can have a good stream this evening. But yeah, already 3 votes in the poll in chat. Then 67% think Austria will win, 33% backing Turkey to win. I think that's fair. I think Austria are probably the favourites given their form in the group stage. They finished top of that group, a group of course consisting of France, Netherlands, Poland, and themselves, Austria. So yeah, really impressive form in the group stage. If they can carry that into the knockouts here, they're going to fare themselves really well. This is, of course, the furthest they've ever got. Austria have never got beyond the round of 16 stage. This has a huge amount of importance for Austria in that regard. If they do win, it would be the furthest their national side has ever progressed in the European Championships. So that's just an added bit of, what would you call it, incentivization really for Austria. So it should be interesting. As for Turkey, well, they know what it takes to get through in the Euros round of 16 stage, but there's a very different Turkey side. There's a lot of young players in the team. And before we talk individuals, I think it would be worth having a look at the lineups. Now, of course, we are in Leipzig for this game, the Leipzig Stadium. I think it's usually the Red Bull Arena, but of course we have to rename them all for the Euros. We'll start then with Austria, who actually have a lot of Red Bull Salzburg players. In goal, it is Pence. It's a back four of Stefan Posch, Danso, Lienhart and Mwene. So a lot of rotation in that Austria back line. We've seen Maxi Verber started that first game, so we've seen him in there. We've seen, obviously, Lienhart. We've seen Danso. I think we've seen... There was one other, wasn't there? There's some Prass in there, so there's been lots of change in that backline. In the midfield pivot, it's going to be Lima dropping a little bit deeper alongside Nicholas Seewald. Across the three, it's Schmid, Baumgartner and Marcel Sabitzer. And leading the line, Captain Arnautovic. So interestingly, we see Konrad Lima dropping a little bit deeper so Schmid can come in. I think that makes sense. Schmid is a little bit more direct with his movement. I think that's quite useful for that Austria front line. Other than that, it's pretty much what we expected. But it is odd to see them make that change for this kind of game. I thought Konrad Lima was really good out on that right-hand side, and actually him being a little bit more defensive-minded gave Sabitzer on that left-hand side a little bit more free roam, a little bit more freedom to express himself. So, yeah, and obviously Lima tucking inside a lot would then allow Stefan Posch to get wide. So it's an interesting decision, but I'm sure Ralf Rangnick will very much trust his judgment there because he's been very good throughout this tournament. Let's have a look then at the Turkey side. It's pretty much what we would have expected. In goal, it is Günok. It's a back four made up of Mulder, Bardakci, Demiral and Karaoglu. In the pivot, it's Yüksek and Captain Ayan. Across the three, Arda Güler, Orkun Kokcu and Kenan Yildiz. And leading the line, it's of course Barış Yilmaz. Now, notably, Hakan Çalhanoğlu out through suspension. Really silly yellow card for him in that game against Czechia. And that, of course, means he's out of today's game, which is a huge miss. They've also got Noah Kadin, who, while he made a huge mistake in the Portugal game, will be a bit of a miss, I think. I think that we saw in the pre-tournament friendlies, Mary Demiral's just not really been up to scratch. So I do think they've got a potential issue there, Turkey. They've got a couple changes all forced through suspensions. And actually that has been a real issue for Turkey in this tournament. 16 yellow cards. If they only need 3 tonight to become the side with the highest yellow card tally in European Championship history. Now that would be quite something. It would beat out Greece in 2002, I believe it was. I think Italy, when they won it last in the last edition, I think they had a lot of yellow cards in that tournament. So yeah, they would. That'd be a record, of course. Not one you particularly want though. But I'm sure they'll take it, Turkey, and quite indicative of the fact they are very aggressive, very quick to press and they want to go and win that ball back very quickly, Turkey. So, yeah, I think it's a good thing in a sense that they've got that many yellow cards. It shows their desire to go and win that ball back, but sometimes it's a little bit over-aggressive. I do think they got a lot of yellow cards in the Portugal game, though, because Portugal were very good at deceiving the referee. So, you could look at it both ways. I think that unlucky in certain aspects, but also it's quite a good sign. For Austria, I'm really excited to watch them tonight. They've played some really nice football throughout this tournament. Their group stage was absolutely phenomenal. Rangnick is a very well accomplished manager, but he's someone who, especially by the British media, isn't highly regarded, especially by British fans. So I think tonight throughout the tournament, he's proven a lot of people wrong. Tonight's a chance to do that once again. If they can progress into the quarterfinals, they would face Netherlands, of course. And for me, that's winnable. They beat them in the group stage. It's a bit of a shame we see the match up in the quarterfinals. It's weird how the Euros draw works, where we could see two sides who met in the group stage meet again in the quarters, which isn't ideal, but that's how it goes sometimes. But yeah, I think it's definitely winnable for Austria. We've already seen them do it, so why wouldn't they do it again? And I think that they would be very keen to really show off. They played really well. And why not? Why not keep this Austrian run going? But it's going to be difficult. Turkey are a very, very good side. So I definitely could see this game going either way. I think that Turkey have proven when they have Yildiz on the pitch, when they have Arda Güler on the pitch, they've got a lot of creativity in attacking areas and they are a very dangerous side. You look at the stark contrast between their attacking football against Portugal and their attacking football against Georgia and Czechia. They sorely lacked Yildiz and Güler. Now, I think they were just resting up in the Portugal game. They probably realised that they weren't likely to get through anyway. They weren't likely to beat Portugal anyway, so they didn't really need to put a lot of their star players on for that one. But yeah, you could definitely see that difference there. Güler's such a key player for how they play. You look at his goal in that opening match against Georgia, absolutely fantastic. Sublime goal. If you can come up with something like that tonight, that could be the difference maker. And for me, that's a really crucial quality to have in knockout football. I don't think Austria have that same sort of difference maker. Is Marko Arnautovic going to pick up the ball and ping one top corner from 40 yards? Probably not. But could Arda Güler do it? Definitely. So that could be that difference maker. Do Austria have someone that can change the game in an instant? Can pick up the ball and take the game by the scruff of the neck? I'm not so sure. Marcel Sabitzer could definitely do something along those lines, but I'm not so sure. I think Arda Güler definitely therefore adds an X factor for this Turkey side. But yeah, I'm excited for this evening. Hopefully we get treated to a good game of football at the very least. And yeah, should be a good one. So we'll get in predictions in a moment. Sides lining up in the tunnel now. And Arnautovic, a lot to prove tonight. He's obviously already got a goal at this tournament, becoming one of the oldest, I think the fourth oldest goal scorer in European Championship history. Quite impressive from Arnautovic, the longevity there on display. But yeah, other than that, it's a very inexperienced, very youthful Austria side. It's actually a very youthful Turkey side as well. You know, the star players of both sides being quite young. In fact, the Turkey side probably slightly younger. I think their average age might be dragged up by players like Mert Günok, but other than that, a very, very young team. Yeah, very similar for Austria. Not many players in their 30s. So yeah, will be interesting. I think for most of the players on both teams, this is their first taste of international football, of a major international tournament. So yeah, should be interesting in that regard. And yeah, obviously a quarter-final appearance for either side would be quite an impressive achievement. I think when they came into this tournament, Austria probably would have expected to play Belgium, which would have been a very difficult round of 16 tie. I think that when Turkey came in, they would have expected to play France, which would have been very difficult. So perhaps wouldn't have been expecting to be able to go so deep. Good to see you, Nick Knack, by the way. Sorry I haven't been looking in chat. Good to see you, Nick Knack. But yeah, Nick Knack says, I think anyone who's not a Man United fan thinks he's great, just like we do with all their rubbish managers. Yeah, I guess. I do think though there's a lot of people just don't rate Rangnick very highly, whereas actually is a very decent manager. Harry says, is Kovacs reffing again? It will be fun if Kovacs is reffing. I don't think it is. Is it Istvan Kovacs? Doesn't look like him. It's always fun though when he does ref. I can't imagine he'll get another game at this tournament, surely. Look at how he did in the last Turkey game and decide he's not allowed any more games. They've already binned off Gil Manzano, haven't they? And so I can't remember who the other one was. Anyway, both sets of players coming out of the tunnel now. Yeah, I said only Spain scored more goals in the group stage than Austria did. Yeah. Did Germany's not score as many? Because Germany scored 5 against Scotland. So they got to 8 in the end. I mean, only Germany. Yeah, okay. Fair enough, knick-knack. That's what I thought, but yeah. Because Spain didn't score that many in the group stage. Obviously got 3 against Georgia the other night. In the group stage, didn't actually notch up many. They could have had about 5 against Italy. Anyway, let's get into predictions then. Live chat, if you're watching along, do get involved in that live chat. Tell us your predictions. I'm going to do mine now. It's always difficult to predict games like these. I'm going to have to go... I think I'm going to have to back Austria, though. Sorry to any Turkish people watching, but for me, Austria are just so strong. So I will say Austria 3, Turkey 1. I think if Austria play like they have throughout this tournament, they'll beat Turkey tonight. I think Austria will take the lead through Marcel Sabitzer. I'll say Turkey to level up before the half through Arda Güler. I think then Austria will get a second, and what will ultimately really win the game for them. Just trying to decide who through. I'll say Baumgartner, and then I think Turkey will go ham for the game, and Austria will break away at the end, and that'll be a goal for Marko Arnautovic, just bursting away with the ball. The keeper's gone up for a corner, something like that. It's an empty net. Arnautovic runs it home. 3-1 Austria. But yeah, do get your predictions in there. Nick agreeing with me, saying 3-1 Austria. Fair enough. Now saying Turkey are fun, 2-1 after extra time. Fair enough. Sinan Ozkan says, well, I'm not exactly sure what you're trying to say there, Sinan, but welcome to the stream. Saying, says Yok, no voice. Oh, we have dropped some frames, which is worrying. I said it first as knick-knack. Well, I didn't see it. It popped up after I'd said mine. So, yeah. Seems to be alright. Hopefully that will stabilise. Doesn't look like it is. But, yeah. Anyway, we'll both be wrong. We probably will be. Okay, I don't know what's happened to my connection all of a sudden. Seems to have just dropped. Which is always good fun. Of course, right on kickoff. But yeah. I'll try and sort this out. But yeah, do get your predictions in the live chat. In the poll so far, 12 votes, 67% backing Austria, 25% Turkey, and then 8% extra time or penalties. Knick-knack says Yok means no sound, but I can hear fine. Okay, thank you, Knick-knack. Thank you. Okay. Well, the frame seems to have stabilised, so hopefully we're all right. Wi-Fi having a moment there. But yeah. New show the game. Unfortunately, we can't Kershi, but welcome to the stream. I will be commentating over it, though. Which has been described as almost as good as watching the real games, so... by absolutely nobody. But yeah. If you are watching the game, you can watch along with us. Or, of course, if you can't watch the game, then we are a great second option. So, feel free to join me for this evening. Should be a good game. This will be quite an even game, to be fair. I know I've said 3-1 Austria, but I think that Austria goal, that third Austria goal, will come really late into the game. I think Turkey will put up a fight, especially in that first half. I think once they start to tire, though, Austria have a bit more about them, have a bit more strength. I think Turkey, as we've seen in a lot of their games, because of the nature of their play, because they're very aggressive without the ball, very aggressive with the ball, to be fair. It's a very direct style of football. It is very tiring for the players. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see that Turkey drop off again. I think in the Czechia game, Czechia were down to 10 players and they still were able to put up a fight. So, yeah, Harry's saying, hope Turkey give Austria a game, don't want to see a foregone conclusion. He said foregone conclusion, which I like, but yeah, don't want to see a foregone conclusion. No, you never do in these sorts of games. We want to see a tight game. We want to see one that's going to be contested hard. I don't see Turkey going down without a fight tonight. We saw even in that Czechia game, I mean, Czechia didn't go down without a literal fight, but both sides very aggressive, even to the last whistle. So, yeah, I think we will see that tonight, even if Austria play this sort of football they have throughout the tournament, and even if they look really good in possession, I think Turkey are going to push them tonight. I think Turkey will offer that fight that we expect. Nick says, but the way Austria play, they must be prone to tiring as well. Yeah, that's fair as well, Nick Nack. I think they also leave themselves a little bit prone to counter-attacks, which we saw France exploit quite a few times. They got in behind. They didn't take any of those chances. But look at the fact Netherlands got 2 goals. Look at the fact that Poland even scored, didn't they, against Austria? Maybe they didn't. But equally, Poland have no pace in that front line, so they can't really break on the counter. But if you look at this Turkey attack, it's very quick. So if Austria are a little bit too high tonight, I think Turkey have the quality to exploit them in behind. So they've got to be very mindful of that. But yeah. Harry says, would love to see a feisty one. Miss that kind of passion in knockout football. Well, to be fair, you've got the team with the highest yellow cards at the tournament in action tonight. So I'd be very surprised if it isn't feisty. Turkey, a very aggressive team. Very passionate, a bit like their fan base. Very, very passionate, very vibrant. I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic game and a great atmosphere here in Leipzig. It will be Austria to get us started. And we do now get underway here for the final round of 16 game. Austria versus Turkey, who will come out on top and go through to face Netherlands in the knockouts. In the quarterfinals. Well, it's Austria coming forwards early here, and the ball slipped through to Marcel Sabitzer, but Rangnick is out quickly. And already we're seeing Austria's attacking intent there. But Rangnick does well. And now here come Turkey. This game being played at such a high tempo, even 25 seconds in. And that's a good ball slipped in behind by Gula, but a cross comes save out to deal with it. But already we're seeing action at both ends of the field. That's really good defending from Nicolas Sevald. Dropping in there. Tracking the runner Baris Yilmaz and knocking it out for a corner. But already Turkey with a corner and a chance to put a little bit of pressure on Austria here. Now I said Austria are 4th in the yellow card list and joint 3rd for fouls committed. So yeah. Wouldn't be surprised it's there. Turkey have scored. And that will stand Austria 0, Turkey 1. What a start. What a goal. Turkey lead. The corner came in. I looked down at chat. I looked up and Mary Demiral had scored. What a start. Austria 0, Turkey 1. And that is a huge start to the game for Turkey. Austria absolutely stunned by that one. And Mary Demiral coming in for the suspended Akadin comes up big with a goal here. Yeah, it's clumsy. It's so clumsy from Austria. They head it down. So it's cleared off the line by Baumgartner into Posh, scooped over by Pence, and then it just falls for Demiral, who smashes it home emphatically. Less than a minute in here, and it's Austria 0, Turkey 1. What a start for Turkey. Austria trying to come forwards now. Marcel Sabitzer, they'll look to right that early wrong. Baumgartner coming forwards, holding on to it, gets a strike away, and it's just a whisker past the post there. This game is lively from the off here. Harry says, wow, talk about a fast start. Nick says, I missed it. I forgot to unpause it. Unlucky Nick Nack. But yeah, what a start. And that was so close from Baumgartner. It set up nicely for him and he drilled it just wide of that far post. A lively start to tonight's game though. Very much what we expected between these two sides. They both play their game at a very high tempo, despite their different styles. So Austria ball forwards. Arnautovic down to Sabitzer. Sabitzer can find Conrad Lima. Moene making the overlapping run. Lima will now use Moene. Can he pick out someone in the box? Ball hung in there. Arnautovic unable to get there. Falls for save out on the edge. So Baumgartner got a touch on it, but nobody could find the rebound. That is absolutely leathered out of play there by Lienhart. But yeah, very fast start. No surprise, really. Both these sides love playing the game at a high tempo. And again, we see there, Austria, question marks over their defending. Should have been a simple corner to deal with. It wasn't a great corner from Turkey. Nobody made any contact with it. But it's all Austria's own undoing. But here come Austria, Baumgartner. He's really driving them forwards this evening, but he is stopped in his tracks there by Ayan, and then he does commit a foul to win the ball back. Oh, it's deemed as a good challenge, To be fair, Turkey don't protest it. Here come Austria. Savitzer wants to take on Mert Mulder. Tries to knock that across to Mwene, but not quite on the same page. Mwene does recover it. Savitzer brought down. Referee seeing nothing wrong with it. Here come Turkey. Yilmaz, that's a bit of a blindsided ball inside. Baumgartner. Find Marcel Savitzer, and that comes off of Bardakci, and that's out now for a corner. So Austria already piling a lot of pressure onto Turkey since that goal's conceded. But now Turkey have something to fight for. They've got to defend this lead for 86 minutes. And they'll be through. That's all they've got to do now. Which again, I'm simplifying it. It's going to be very difficult. But at least Turkey have a clear game plan now. Set defensively. And just see the game out. Ball towards the near post. Austria! How is that not in? How is that not in? A smart corner routine. They fizz it in at the near post here. It runs across the goal line. Baumgartner tries to bundle it home at the far post. But really crucial in there. This is going to be contentious. Because Demiral swings. He does get the ball, to be fair. I thought he'd swung and kicked Christopher Baumgartner, but I think he does. He does get the ball, to be fair. This will be a test of Austria now, says Harry. They've responded well, says Nick Nack. They have. Austria coming forward. So VAR is going to have a look at this, you would imagine. Christopher Baumgartner brought down in the area. I don't think this would be a foul, though. Demiral seemed to get the ball, to be fair. An eventful start, though, for Mary Demiral, the player coming in for the suspended Acadian. Yeah, this is poor from Pence. He just panics, pushes it away, pushes it straight into Mary Demiral, who just smashes it home. But yeah, really shocking defending from Turkey. So Baumgartner down injured. That means he will have to go off for this corner. Schmid, the player over it. On this right-hand side, can they use their aerial presence in there? Arnautovic on the front post. We've already seen one goal from a corner. Can we see another? I mean, Austria really should have scored a moment earlier. But ball in from Schmid. Header just over the bar by Philipp Leinhardt. Not a bad idea, just couldn't get over that ball. Was under it. The problem is he's just so tall, but that they've aimed for his head, and then obviously to leap and get over that, it's just never going to happen. But yeah. Ball forwards. They pick up Kenan Yildiz, but that will be pulled back. I'm not sure what it's for. Referee having a word with Mary Demiral, though, and pointing to his watch. So I'm not sure what the problem was there. So ball forward from Bardakci. Headed down, and Austria now can just relax in possession. Danso. Stefan Posch. Back to Kevin Danso. Turkey pressing them high here. Posch nowhere to go. Clears it into Yildiz. Wins himself a throw. But Turkey pressing Austria really aggressively here. And Austria unable to get out at the moment. But now they will try and come forward. Mwene. Shocking touch. Turkey throw. Are Austria cracking under the cosh here? That's a really poor touch from Mwene. Mwene, someone who wouldn't have expected to play at this tournament. Would have been David Alla, but obviously he picked up that injury prior to the tournament starting. He's looked comfortable so far, Mwene, but in this game, a little bit shocking. A little bit shaky, I'd say. Not shocking. That's harsh. A little bit shaky, though. A little bit nervous. Bardakci. Cross to Mary Demiral. Back to Bardakci. Now Ferdi Kadioglu. A bit of a push in there. But that will be seemed as fine. Vincenzo Montella not happy about it. But here come Austria. Lima. Arnautovic trying to poke it back towards him. It's cleared away though by Ayan. Header won by Austria. Ball in the box. It's headed away by Mary Demiral. Now Sevald. They're playing really well here, Austria Mwene. And that's the thing, though. Austria can play as well as they want, but ultimately the only stat that matters in football is how many goals you've scored. And so far, in the opening 10 minutes, Turkey have one, Austria have none. And it gives Turkey something to defend now. If they can just hold on, they'll be through to the European Championships quarterfinals. Now it says Austria played Turkey in a friendly match in March and won 6-1. Yeah, I mean, that could still happen. It'd be a huge surprise if it did, given the stage we're on tonight, but that could still happen. Mert Mulder. Here's Arda Güler. Yüksek back to Ayan. Güler. Mulder. Here's Orkan Kokcu. Baumgartner pressing him high, but Turkey just about get out of there. Arda Güler. Back to Mulder, under a bit of pressure, tries to play it down the line. Barış Yilmaz, his touch inside isn't great. Danso, Sevald. Nice turn, finds Schmid. Schmid to Baumgartner. Baumgartner now shimmies past one, fouled by the other. Orkan Kokcu would be lucky to avoid the book here. And he won't. That's a yellow card. Turkey's first of the game. That puts them on 17 for the tournament. A cynical challenge in there from Orkan Kokcu. Realised that Baumgartner was getting away from him and brought him down. So rightfully given a yellow card. You're saying welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Now it says, do Austria play a bit like Spurs? In the sense that they're quite aggressive, yes. They don't quite do the same things. Their wing-backs don't invert into midfield. We don't really see, but we do see Sevald dropping in to form a back three at times, which is very Postecoglou. Very Nagelsmann as well. We see that in the Germany team. But in terms of they're trying to find that width and then find cutbacks, that's very Tottenham as well, yeah. But yeah, free kick then. A good area for Marcel Sabitzer. And to be honest, Gnuck's not looked comfortable this tournament, so Sabitzer will step up. He'll take it, but it hits the wall. And that is going to bounce out for a corner. And Austria will be very pleased with that. They've looked good at corners, Austria. They really should have scored from one about 5 minutes in. Loving the spam of emojis, by the way. Do keep that coming. If you are enjoying the stream as well, make sure to leave a like. It's great to see so many people hopping in this evening. And yeah, I hope you are enjoying the coverage. Opening 10 minutes though, Austria looking the better side. Turkey though, with that early goal, that could prove crucial. So a ball in, massively overhit by Schmid. It is kept alive. Linehardt tries to turn it goalwards, can't. Lima back out wide to Schmid. Will be drilled into the box and dealt with in there. Huge tackle from Yüksek. Gary onto the stream as well. With a little bit of wordplay saying, looks like the Turkeys are off to a clucking start. That is true. They have started well. So Austria swinging that ball. Long throw into the box. Headed away initially by Ayan. It's still in the box though. Schmid. And that is a foul. He nudges into Ferdi Kadioglu. And he's not happy about that. And lets the referee know that. But yeah, that's definitely a push. Ball's in the air. He just nudges Kadioglu. But yeah, AJ says, just got here, Turkey won. Yeah, it's a bit of a shock. Gary's predicting 3-2 Austria. Fair enough. Nick is saying it's like watching a club team. Austria, yeah, they play really good football. But and that's the thing. I think this could have been a big win for Austria tonight. Now, though, bit of a question mark. Obviously, Turkey scoring that early goal. Güler. You can't account for that tactically, can you? Your defence having a bit of a mishap a minute into the round 16 tie and it all going wrong. Kadioglu. Here's Orkan Kokcu. Just lifting that out wide to Mert Mulder. And now Ayan plays it inside. Kokcu driving it wide. Mulder lifts that towards Güler. Güler, can he force a chance? Danso stands firm and deals with that ball inside. Sabitzer trying to pick out Baumgartner. One in there by Ayan, but it's a bit of a hospital pass across to Bardakci. And Austria now will shift into their out of possession shape as they look to press Turkey. Orkan Kokcu back now to Bardakci. And now goalkeeper Ganuk smashes the ball forwards. Yilmaz loses the aerial challenge to Lineheart, but it'll drop to Gula. And now Turkey will look to play with the ball, and that's a little bit clumsy in there from Arnautovic, and that's given us a foul to Turkey. Ayan brought down. But yeah, ball forwards. That's a long overhit pass from Turkey. Pence will come and collect it. Should all welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Saying hey again from San Diego. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Here's Kevin Dancer. Back to Pence. Ball forward from Stefan Posch. Header down in there from Orkan Kokcu. Ball through. Yilmaz tries to turn quickly and the ball turns. He doesn't. And he loses it. Yeah, just too quick there, even for himself. Baris Yilmaz tried to catch the defender out, but he couldn't keep up with his own movement. Posch. Now finding Danso. A lot of space on this left-hand side, and he will look to utilise that now by picking out Mwene. Mwene back to Lineheart. Plays it inside. Baumgartner tries to pick out a teammate, but can't. And now here come Turkey. Gula. Here's Yildiz. Great tackle in there. Nicholas save out. Fantastic footballer. Savitzer carries it forwards. Now Christopher Baumgartner waiting for some support. Savitzer tries to poke it towards Lima. Lima will get there and knocks it back to Lineheart. Now Savald. Kevin Danso. Here is Mwene. Now Lineheart. Savald back to Lineheart. Mwene. Philip Lineheart across to Kevin Danso. Now Savald. 1-2 with Baumgartner. Here's Conrad Lima. And Austria trying to penetrate that Turkey backline. Turkey remaining stoic in their defence though. Here's Schmid. Ball lifted in there. It's Mary Damaro who will head it back to Schmid. Another chance to put the ball in, but Kokcu comes across and takes the ball off him. Now it's cleared up the line. It's going to fall for Danso, and that'll allow Austria to keep Turkey penned in. To keep the pressure on. They're so high, this Austria side. Conrad Lima. Now Savald. Danso. Finds Stefan Posch. Savald. Mwene. Finds Marko Arnautovic. Arnautovic shifting it back to Lima. Gary's off. Good to see you, Gary. Thank you for joining us this evening. Hopefully see you on Friday as we roll into the quarterfinals. And yeah, I hope it's a cracking match as well, Gary. Posch losing the ball, but that is out for a throw. Aegis says a little pressure from Austria now. Hopefully they can make something from it. Yeah, Turkey are under the cosh massively, as we sort of expected. Danso lifting that ball in behind, headed away by Demirao. It's going to drop for Marko Arnautovic, who was chasing him. And he clears it into Mulder, and that will be an Austria throw. Mwene. Now Lima. Danso. Into Posch. Back to Danso. Now Lineheart. Finds Mwene. Now it's with Conrad Lima. Danso. Christopher Baumgartner. Darting inside. Baumgartner's pass forward doesn't quite come off. Save out. That's a bit messy. Yilmaz to Gula. Turkey looking to break here. Arda Gula. Driving through the opposition. Takes aim from range. But that's miles wide. He saw Pence off his line. Fancied the crack, especially under a bit of pressure from defenders. But it ends up quite a way off its intended target. Now it says surely Rangnick will be in big demand after the tournament. Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because obviously he was approached by Bayern Munich before the tournament and he turned them down. But yeah, and the issue is obviously after a tournament, managers are less likely to go to get a club because no clubs have sacked their managers in July. They've either replaced them already in May or June, or they are not going to replace them. That's so. But yeah, if we get around to October time, I think that'll be interesting in Rangnick. Especially if company were to have a bad start to life at Bayern. Which I wouldn't be hugely surprised by because you've got an ageing Manuel Neuer there. You've got Kane who's ageing. You've got Joshua Kimmich who's apparently going to be allowed to leave. De Ligt who's going to be allowed to leave. It's going to be a weird summer for Bayern Munich. And in all that, you've got a manager who guided Burnley to an easy championship win, but he had the best team in the league by a distance and then relegated from the Premier League. So Bayern seem to be an absolute mess at the moment. For a while, they could just ride off of Guardiola's fantastic recruitment, but now the club seems to be a mess. Here come Turkey, Kadioglu, Gula. They might recruit wonderfully this summer and they might be straight back to where they belong, but yeah. Nick Nat says, interestingly, when he was at Man United, it's the worst win percentage of his career. As manager of Austria, it's the highest. Yeah, you have to only think the Man United players didn't buy into his philosophy. Yeah, I was actually talking to someone about this yesterday who was a Man United fan. He's a Man United fan. Just talking about, I remember at the time him saying that the players wouldn't buy into his philosophy. Because at the time, he was there during Ronaldo, right? And players like that, they just wouldn't buy into his philosophy. I remember him saying in press conferences and stuff that players were lazy and that they didn't try and stuff like that. But you see with this Austria side, what happens when players really buy into his system, really buy into his way of playing the game. I mean, it helps they're very young, this Austria side, so they're a bit more malleable in that sense. Whereas United side at the time was very old. So it's a bit difficult to try and implement a new philosophy. If you need to have time and you need to be able to buy players. And United gave him no time and didn't let him buy any players. Now it says the kind of football that works best with young, hungry players. Exactly. And you see those, there's a reason Arteta had to go and sign loads of young players or trust in the young players because they would buy into a system. It's easier to coach players who will buy into your system. But especially if you're a young manager, you need young players. They're just not going to respect you. They're not going to buy into it. Look like Lacazette and Aubameyang for Arteta. Anyway, Lineheart wins the header, drops in there for Yuksek. Here's Kadioglu. Turns back under a bit of pressure from Schmid. He's given up on that. I think he's been elbowed in the face. Yes, now got up and is completely fine. Kokcu. Yildiz. Kadioglu back to Orca and Kokcu. Tries to find Yilmaz. He touches it down. Mert Mulder keeping this move alive. Kokcu. Nowhere ready to go in there. But Turkey putting the pressure on Austria here. Here's Kenan Yildiz forced down by Stefan Posch. And that will be a free kick. Harry saying, good to see a high quality manager giving a small nation a chance to challenge the big guys. Yeah, very true. Very true. So if I don't see Guardiola at San Marino, I'm going to kick off. But yeah, it is always good to see that. But yeah, we're about halfway through this first half then, about a quarter way through the game. Turkey, they've not been on top here, but they haven't looked like conceding really. Austria have had a lot of the ball, had a lot of chances, but Turkey now with a free kick, a chance to double their lead. They swing it in there, and Danso clears it away. It's going to fall for Mert Mulder. He'll try and put it in there again, but Baumgartner jumps in front of that cross. Zera Dogan, welcome to the stream with a few Turkey flag emojis in that. That's what we love to see. Support for your nation. If you are cheering on either nation tonight, make sure to put some flags in the live chat. Make sure to tell us who you're supporting, all that sort of stuff. Get involved, say hi. Ball in from Gula, headed away by Lineheart. But yeah, Zera, welcome to the stream. Really good start for Turkey here. They got that early goal. Last 20 minutes has been more about surviving than pushing for more, but they have now had a succession of chances, a free kick and now 2 corners. They can keep the pressure on, you never know. Gula puts the ball in, header, and that's just over the bar. Mary Demiral searching for his second of the game, Turkey's second of the game. Just over the bar. Nick Coppings there with a few Turkey flags. Danso. Now Lineheart. Across to Danso. And back now to the goalkeeper, Pence. Austria. Going to move the ball out. Posh. Danso. Pence. Finding Nicholas Savald. Back now to Pence. Now says Austria are going to have to battle hard to come through this. The issue is Turkey are very well set up defensively. It's very difficult to break through them. Mwene. Here's Savitzer back to Mwene. Under a little bit of pressure there. Yilmaz will fight for the ball, but Mwene does hold on to it well. Ball inside now to Baumgartner. Mwene. Plays down the line and Marcel Savitzer will give chase. Savitzer now. Ball swung into the box, headed away. Save out. Towards Arnautovic, back towards Nicholas Save out, unable to hold on to it. Now here come Turkey, Yilmaz. Kokcu to Yilmaz, through the legs of Lineheart. Here come Turkey, another opportunity. Ball in, it's just behind Kenan Yildiz. Huge chance, just goes astray. Yildiz will put the ball in there. Lineheart heading that away and out for a throw. But yeah, sustained period of possession for Turkey here. The first time again they've really been able to get on the ball, really been able to challenge Austria since that early goal. Now saying Turkey showing what a threat they are on the counter. Indeed, Turkey do pose a huge threat when they break away with the ball. Here's Bardakci. Mulder tries to touch it forward. Mwene blocks it. Mulder does now find Yilmaz. Really good defending from Lineheart. Here come Austria. Ball played through to Arnautovic. Wants to take on Mary Demiral. Arnautovic. Ball forward. Schmid can't quite get there. Going to off his line quickly to claim it well. But yeah, not a bad start for Turkey. I'll definitely be the happier of the two sides. I think Rangnick will have a couple questions about his side so far. A couple of disgruntlements. They've not really done anything in possession. How does Austria have got to be careful? Definitely. They can't afford to go too aggressive for the game. I think if Turkey score again, it'd be very difficult for Austria to win it in normal time. Here come Turkey. Kokcu holds on to that well. Now Yildiz. Arda Gula. Gula switching the play, finding Mulder. Mulder inside to Yuksek. Kokcu. Mulder. Yuksek. On the balance of play, I think Austria have been the better side so far. I think there'll be a bit of frustration for Austria about the way they conceded that early goal. Because other than that, Turkey haven't really posed a serious goal threat. So I think understandably there will be a bit of frustration there for Austria. In the poll in the chat, 54% still think Austria will win this evening. A strong though 38% now backing Turkey, and then 8% think this game will go beyond the 90 into extra time or penalties. Ayan. Now Yuksek. Drilling a pass across to Ferdi Kadioglu. Schmid trying to challenge him in there. Problem is with Schmid, he either looks like he's going to get rolled off the ball, or he's going to commit a foul every time. Just all over him, grabbing the player. He almost wins the ball back, but then it's just that pull, isn't it? It's always going to get flagged up. I don't know. To me, it feels like a bit of an odd decision to play Schmid, to take Lima, put him deeper, to take out Florian Grilic, who I think added a lot of steel into that midfield, a lot of balance to this team. I think that was a bit of an odd decision. Yuksek. Now Murray Demiral. Gula. Wide into Kenan Yildiz. Tries to take that down the line, but he is seen off pitch. So half an hour gone now. And still Austria unable to gain a stranglehold on this game like we would have expected. And there's still more than enough time, an hour to play, plus any additional. But I think Austria, we're starting to worry a little bit. Don't say. The longer this game goes on without Austria scoring, the better Turkey start to believe, or the stronger they start to believe they might actually do this. One half of the field there by Schmid, but that's going to bounce through to Rangnick. Rangnick trying to play it forwards. Here come Turkey, Gula, Mulder, blocked by Mwene. Mulder back to Ayan. And he goes back to his goalkeeper. Harry asks, will Austria level up before the half ends? Well, I'll ask you guys as well in the live chat. Get involved. Will Austria level up? Will they find an equaliser before the end of the first half? Do have your say in the live chat. I am going to say yes. I think we'll go into the break 1-1. Yeah, it says Turkey getting to the quarters would be the only real surprise of the round. I'm trying to think what other games we've had. Switzerland, Italy. I know that Italy have been really poor at this tournament, but that's still a surprise, given the stature of both nations. Here come Turkey. Good, unable to get on that ball though. Get on the end of that ball forwards, and that will run through to Pence. I get what you're saying, Nick, because Slovakia could have beaten England. Belgium could have beaten France. They've been close. Germany perhaps should have lost to Denmark if that goal that was ruled offside wasn't. It was a harsh ruling. In the sense that I think the rules are a bit weird in that regard. Because his toe didn't make the difference. Yeah, I said, oh yeah, true, forgot that one. Yeah, fair enough. It was the first game, of course. Feels like so long ago now, first round 16 tie. But yeah. I can't believe it's only, 3 weeks ago the tournament started? Feels like it's been ages. Gula. Trying to bring it forwards. Neither side able to get a foot on the ball, but here come Austria. Mwene chesting it down. Can he find a teammate? Does find Savitzer. Looking to make something happen here. Marcel Savitzer will strike it. Deflected. A really good block in there by Murray Demiral. Lima fighting for possession. Cleared away by Kokchu. Here's Danso. He can take that ball down. Here come Austria. Save out. AJ cheering for Austria, fair enough. Love to see people supporting their nations, or whatever, for whatever reasons. Lima. Mwene. Here is Philip Leinhardt. Now Kevin Danso. Back to Pence. Now he comes in to almost be a centre half in possession there. We've seen this a little bit for Austria Shows they're growing comfortable in this game, though. Savitzer. Now Arnautovic. Marcel Savitzer. Lima. Mwene. Ball in. Yilmaz, and that is the one in there by Lineheart. Falls for Gula. Mwene, firm tackle. And that's out of play. Now it does come off Mwene, so that will be a Turkey throw. Mulder back to Ayan. Good header from Stefan Posch. Baumgartner bringing that down. Does fall though for Bardakci. Kadioglu. Kadioglu back now to Bardakci. Demiral smashing that forwards. Danso there makes a bit of a mess of that. Would have wanted to head it forwards, but it comes off his head and out for a Turkey throw. Yeah, skewed off quite wildly there. Turkey now in possession. 10 minutes to play in this first half. It started very high tempo. It's mellowed off towards the end of this half. I think both teams realising that early pace was not sustainable. But Austria coming forwards now. Savitzer coming down the line. Swings it in there. Cleared away by Meri Demiral. It's up in the air. Yilmaz does get ahead in it, but again it's out of play. I just have a couple of friends from Austria, so I mainly cheer for them. Lol. Fair enough, AJ. That's a very good reason to cheer for them. Danso tries to play it forward. Aggressive, but fair defending from Meri Demiral. Yeah, so it says the same reason I cheer for Turkey. Fair enough. Harry's saying seems like a lovely place to go, Austria. So does Turkey, to be fair. Both seem like really nice places. Mwene. Yeah, we'd love to go to Austria. Cockchew, go watch some football. Sure, it's very passionate. Stefan Posch. Go watch like the Vienne derby, Austrian Rapid. Apparently very aggressive game. And Turkey almost breaking away on the counter. Crucial interception from Nicholas Sevald. Again, he's having a really impressive tournament, a really impressive game tonight. Schmid, Baumgartner. Where is Yüksek going? He has hold on to the ball, to be fair. Posch. Can he deliver it? No, it comes off Yildiz and out for another throw. Not long for Turkey to hold on. If they can get in at the half, that'll give them a much needed respite from this Austria onslaught. Ball swung in there. Danso heads it on. Arnautovic flicks it on. Savitzer can't quite turn it goalwards. Arnautovic won't be able to challenge Ganuk in the air as he reaches into the sky and plucks the ball out with his arms. But really smart stuff here. The long throw proving quite dangerous. Going to be quite a weapon for Austria. Kadioglu dragged down by Schmid, and I'd be surprised if he isn't booked. It's not his first foul of the game. And he will pick up a yellow card for that foul. He's been absolutely terrible tonight, Schmid. Just can't really get on the ball. Whenever he does, he seems to give it away, and he just keeps committing silly fouls. Again, I don't think it was a great decision to put Lima into midfield and to bring Schmid in. I think he's a bit more direct, but he's been absolutely crap tonight. Yes, it's on my top 75 list of countries to visit. Fair enough. What's top, Yellowstone? Where's the number one place you want to visit? Kadioglu. Yildiz. Good interception from Sevald. Schmid. Baumgartner. Savitzer. Baumgartner. Here come Austria. Really good tackle in there from Yüksek. Got the ball. Gula. Yüksek. Mulder. Now Yilmaz. Very fluid, Turkey system tonight. I've seen Yilmaz everywhere. Bardakci. Over across the front three. Demiral. Knocks it out wide. Here is Orkun Kokcu. Now Arda Güler. Barış Yılmaz. Yildiz. Kadioglu. Tries to play it forwards, comes off Stefan Posch, and that's out for a Turkey throw. Kadioglu into Kenan Yildiz. Posch does really well there to stand him up. Here, Turkey, though, trying to create something, headed away there by Comrade Lima. At the end of this half, Turkey having a really good spell. Can they make something happen? Mert Mulder wants to whip one in, finds Ayan, back now to Mulder. Ayan, options inside, Ayan comes in, Kadioglu. Kadioglu over on this right hand side as well. Turkey, as I say, very fluid tonight. Players popping up all over the place. Difficult for us to deal with. Ball in, Yildiz isn't going to win that header. He committed a foul anyway, and that will be a free kick. Yes, so it says number one. Good question, Jack. Nepal for the weed. There we go. Fair enough. Yes, I'm saying no Micronesia because it's hard to get there. See Nan Madol, which I know the secret of. Oh, fair enough. Like it. Very, very rogue suggestions, Yellowstone. Pence. Lima. Pence. Posch. Baumgartner comes away with the ball, trying to drive it forwards, and then tries to get back to his feet, and that will be a foul and a yellow card for Yüksek. He tried to play advantage there, but it didn't exactly work out. Yeah, Ismail Yüksek showing no intent for a rugby tackle or anything there. Just bringing down Baumgartner. Baumgartner tried to keep it alive, but couldn't. So free kick for Austria here. Actually, your top line is a bit different to Cornwall, yeah. Expect better from Austria. I don't think Austria have been particularly bad, though. I think this game's kind of got a warped perspective of it just because of that early Turkey goal. Other than that, I think Austria have been the better side. Obviously, Turkey have still come forward intermittently, but overwhelmingly, Austria have had the ball, I think, I'd say. But to be fair, 51%, 49% possession. I don't think that really shows where, though, the possession's been. I think when Austria have had it, it's been in Turkey's half, trying to break them down. They've had 5 shots, Turkey's 3, generating half the XG, but obviously Demiral's chance would have generated a high expected goals tally. Kadioglu plays it inside. Kenan Yildiz. Yildiz will switch it wide. Mulder driving inside with the ball. Poor pass. And save out does well. Here is Comrade Lima. Danso. Now Nicholas Savald. Moene. Austria falls back and Danso on the ball now. Danso trying to pick up Moene with that long ball forward. He does get a touch, but he's going to be unable to keep that in. But a hell of a shift in even to get there. Thought he might be able to keep that under his control, but not only was that ball spilling away from him, he also tripped over his own legs. So yeah. Now this is one of the more entertaining games of the round. Both teams really going for it. Yeah, it's been very open, hasn't it? Very end-to-end. I'm hoping this will be what Germany-Spain is like. If Germany and Spain both play like they have throughout the tournament so far, that game should be very similar to this one, in which it's very end to end, very flowing. But I wouldn't be surprised if both sides set up a little more defensively, considering the magnitude of the match. I hope not, though. I really hope not. But yeah, Mwene just a little too forceful there. Want to put pressure on Barris Yilmaz, but you can't just barrel into people. Now it says, it says there have been so many great games. Oh, well, yeah, been many such games, so games that are very entertaining. I agree. A lot of games have been very end-to-end, especially in the groups where we saw teams like Romania really take it by storm. We saw the big upset of Slovakia knocking out, beating Belgium. Obviously, Belgium still got through in the end. Both sides out now anyway, but yeah. Orkun Kokchu putting it in there, head away by Mwene. The really weird thing about the group, so we didn't see any giant killings. What we did see was a lot of those like middle nations struggle, like Czechia and Ukraine, who've been staples of the knockouts in recent seasons, getting knocked out. But we didn't see any big knockouts in the groups. A minute of additional time, by the way, which hardly feels worth putting on a graphic for, but I will. By the time I've got it on there, it'll almost be up. Posh. Savitzer. Danso. We don't see the point in a minute of additional time. Surely either go for none or two. Lineheart. I mean, it's just like a bit nothing, in it. Unless Turkey score now, here they come. And that is a good tackle in there. Danso and a chance for Austria with 10 seconds on the clock. Schmid. Plays it wide. Stefan Posch, ball in. Baumgartner past the post. That's a really close one. Really close one for Austria. Good ball in. Baumgartner just poked it wide. I think he's done the best he could there with that opportunity, but wow. Austria have come close now. And that is half-time. Austria 0, Turkey 1. A really solid first 45 for Turkey. And I think they'll be very pleased with the position they're in as we head into the break. The only goal of the game so far, that Merih Demiral strike after just 3 minutes. Austria couldn't defend the corner very successfully. And then smashed home by Merih Demiral to see them take the lead heading into the break. But really good stuff then from Turkey. They got that early goal against the run of play. Since then, Austria really started to grow into the game, but Turkey weathered that early storm, and then it's been quite comfortable, I think. You know, Turkey have come forwards at times. Yes, they've had to defend others, but given the fact they've got that goal advantage now, they put themselves in a really good position. They've got something to defend, and we know how well Turkey can defend. They're valiant. They're warriors in there. There's a reason they picked up the most yellow cards at this tournament. Kursak Karakas says Turkey no, Turkey yes. And so am I right in thinking that Turkey have asked for it to be pronounced Turkey yay? Is that correct? If so, I will happily pronounce it as such. I'm just saying what I'm used to pronouncing, of course. But I think when I've seen it on the official broadcast, it has been Turkey yay. So if that is correct, then please do tell me. But yeah, really good stuff from Turkey. From Turkey yay, sorry. They fought really hard in that first half. Austria have been brilliant at this tournament, but they've been a bit slow to get starting in today's game. I think that back line for Turkey A was just really well set up, and Austria haven't really been able to penetrate it so far. Been super compact for Montella's side. They've sat in really deep, really narrow, and Austria haven't really been able to break that down. What we've seen for a lot of them is those triangle combinations to break through that last line of defence. But given how deep that Turkey A backline is, it's just impossible to play that in behind. And when they do, they've done really well to get across and to deal with that. So yeah, they've set up really well so far. Austria unable to break through. AJ says, his ideas are really cool. For some reason, riding horseback through the Mongolian Eastern Steppe would be peaceful to me. Fair enough. But yeah, Murat says, go Montella. Nice Italian looking. Welcome to the stream, Murat. Yeah, I mean, he's done very well with that Turkey A team. Sorry, it's going to take me a bit of time to adjust to saying it differently, but so do excuse me if I say it wrong. Nick and I saying Turkey A. But yeah, if there are any Turkish people watching, if you obviously do tell me how to pronounce it correctly, but I think I'm right in saying it's Turkey A, isn't it? But I might be wrong, so do inform me of the correct pronunciation. But yeah, Montella's done really well. Really well. I think that Turkey A came into this tournament with some expectations, but I don't think they'd have expected to be into the quarterfinals, which as it stands, of course, they would be, because they would have expected to play France in this round. The way it's worked out, they have ended up being able to face Austria, which I think is a much more winnable game. What we've seen in this match is they have been able to challenge Austria. They got that early goal, then they've sat up really well defensively. And actually, it's been really difficult for Austria to break that down. And yeah, so, credit to them. Austria have been a side who've had a lot of shots, generated a lot of expected goals, but Turkey A have done really well to prevent that tonight, because I think the biggest issue for them is their goalkeeper. I don't rate Rangnick particularly highly, and I'm sure there's going to be people that disagree with me there, but from what I've seen at this tournament, he gave away a cheap goal in that opening match against Georgia, wasn't it? So Portugal. That early goal, I think, was quite cheap, but it might have been Georgia, actually. But yeah, I think it was Georgia, wasn't it? It's that strike from Mikhail Tadze. So limiting shots on goal for Turkey has to be paramount, and it has been, and they've done really well at that, especially with how good Austria have been in attacking areas. And Murat says, very nice pronunciation. Thank you very much. Karakay is saying, I'm very happy. I hope we win. It was a really good match. I watched it with pleasure. Yeah, it's been good so far from Turkey. Karakay has been really good. They've fought well. And it's nothing less than we expected. They're the side with the most yellow cards at the tournament for a reason. They battle hard. I mean, did they get up 2 yellow cards in that first half? Have they levelled the record? Yeah, they did. Yuksek and Kokchu. So yeah, they are now level for the most yellow cards at any major international tournament. If they could get another one, they would break that record, which it's not a record you necessarily want to break, but it's a pretty cool one to have, isn't it? So to be the tied with the most yellow cards at an international tournament. Now said, I wish England's biggest problem this tournament was how people pronounce our name. Yeah. Yeah, very, very true. We've England haven't been particularly good at this tournament at all. Hopefully we can improve that with Switzerland coming up. But for the second half, I think Austria will come out looking stronger than they did in that first half. We've seen so far this tournament, Rangnick's really been able to get his side to rally behind his message in that half-time break, and he's a very good manager. So Montella's done really well in that first half. The big thing now for Turkey A is how will he deal with whatever Rangnick changes. I can't imagine Rangnick stays the same. He's a very pragmatic coach, Ralf Rangnick. Yes, he's stubborn in a lot of his principles, but he will be pragmatic with how they're doing. He'll notice what's happened in the game so far. They can't really break down Turkey A, and he'll come up with something, or at least try to come up with something to break them down. The big key is how quickly can Vincenzo Montella recognise that, and how quickly can he adapt to that. Because if they don't react quick enough, they'll allow Austria to get back into this game. But so far, they've really limited them. And it's been a surprise. No other side has done this at the tournament. France kept getting opened up. Netherlands were completely open against this Austria side, and Poland got torn apart. But Turkey A, so far, have done really, really well at preventing that. And actually, that's a big surprise, isn't it? France, supposedly the favourites for this tournament, and they really struggled against Austria. They were quite fortunate to keep a clean sheet in that game. But yeah, really good stuff from Turkey A so far. Harry says, love that record, shows passion and fight. Yeah, very true. Very true. I think, to be fair with that record, a lot of Turkey A's yellow cards came in that Czechia fight at the end of the game. So it's a bit harsh them getting that record. But I completely agree. It shows that passion. It shows that fight. And I really thought they would miss Acadim, which they've obviously proved not to, because Demiral stepped up massively. And I really thought they'd miss Hakan Çalhanoğlu as well, because without Çalhanoğlu, you have a lot of your ball progression, you've got a lot of your creativity taken out of the side. But Hakan Çalhanoğlu, maybe it's a good time for him to be dropped. I know there were people in the last stream talking about actually how a lot of the play breaks up when he gets on the ball. And I think they have looked a little better tonight, with Yilmaz giving a bit more license to drop deep, with Gula giving a bit more license to drive inside. I think that has made them a bit more fluid in attacking areas. But yeah, it's been good so far from Turkey. It's very interesting to see what they do in the second half. Poll in chat then has swung massively in this halftime break. Great to see so many Turkey fans jumping in the stream chat. Do get involved in the live chat, give your thoughts, and I'll make sure to read them out. But 69% think that Turkey are going to go on to win. 28% think Austria will win, and 4% saying extra time or penalties. Fair enough. I think this game very much could go on beyond the 90 today. I think Austria, I'd be very surprised if Austria don't score in this game. That's what I'll say. I think that even if Turkey do go on to win, I think they're going to have to score again at some point tonight, because I think Austria are going to score eventually. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of the games that goes beyond 90 minutes. This could even go all the way to penalties, like last night's clash did. But yeah, I've been very impressed with what I've seen from Turkey. It's something we've not seen any other side of this tournament be able to fight Austria in the way they have. It's been very impressive. So yeah, hats off to Turkey for that. Hats off to Montella for setting up in that manner. But yeah, Karake says I might have a heart attack. It is stressful, isn't it? Knockout football. Imagine being an England fan. It's always stressful, constantly. But yeah, good first half. Hopefully the second half lives up to the standard set in that first 45. For Austria and for Ralf Rangnick, there's work to do. They've got to try and find that flow that they did in those opening group games in the way they played. They've looked a little bit more static tonight, a little bit more lost in attacking areas. They've got to find a way to break them down. They've got to find a way to penetrate that Turkey defence. And maybe it will come if they can tire. If they start to tire, those gaps are going to appear. That space is going to open up. But they can't really afford to gamble on that. They've got to go for the game a little bit sooner than that, I'd say. I think Austria have shown they can really turn on the style, really put teams under the hammer. And if they want to, I think they can win tonight. But it's how much they want it. At the moment, Turkey have wanted it more. They've put that bigger fight in. They've put more effort in. If Austria want to win this evening, then they've got to raise that level. Turkey are matching them at the moment, more than matching them. They've been the better side. Austria are playing good football, but they can't break them down. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much nice football you play, how many nice combinations you have in certain areas of the field. The only thing that matters is the score. At the end of the day, it's in knockout football especially, the only thing that matters is the scoreline. And if Turkey were to go through tonight, what an incredible achievement that would be, reaching the quarterfinals of the European Championships. They'd go through to face a Netherlands side who have flattered to deceive so far. I think that you look through the groups, they were subpar against France, but France were also really slow in that game and they drew 0-0. They got quite fortunate against Poland. They went a goal down to an early Adam Buxa header, and then they had to fight back from that. And then obviously they lost in the final match day to the Austria side, who Turkey are beating now. So if they can get through, that's a really nice quarter-final matchup against a Netherlands side who haven't been very good, who have Ronald Koeman, who is, I would say, a bit outdated now, a little bit too stubborn in his principles, and actually a plucky young Turkey side going into that game with Montella in charge. That's a recipe for what should be a really exciting clash. And actually, if they can get through tonight, who knows how deep they can go in this tournament. Kerem says, clearly the most attractive last 16 match. Yeah, I'd completely agree. Completely agree. In fact, I haven't really loaded my chat. So Evren Ersoy, welcome to the stream. Metin Karabas, welcome to the stream. Good to see so many people cheering on their side tonight. But yeah, I agree with you, Kerem. I think a lot of these last 16 games haven't been too exciting. This one, though, full of action. And to be fair, I said the same on the preview on Friday. I said this game would be a good one. And it has so far lived up to that. And I'm hoping the second half will be just as good. I'm hoping we'll see a similarly tight game. You know, really toughly contested match. I hope we see a similar sort of match. But yeah, Harry's saying the same in chat. Whatever happens here, it will be a very good second half. Hopefully so. For Turkey, again, it's about if they can just keep going as they are for now, but they've got to notice and react to whatever Austria do, because Austria are going to change things in the second half. Austria are going to try and go for the game a bit more, so they've got to react to that. And Montella's got to really... This is where the manager earns the big bucks. because the players do what the manager says, and the manager now has to react to what Rangnick does. Because Rangnick's going to change something for Austria. We know that. He's a bit of a pragmatist. So for Turkey and Montella, it's about how do they adapt to that? How do they recognise that change and then change it up a bit? Frank Yilmaz went to the stream saying, I could see a red card second half. Oh, definitely. I think if it comes down to it, a Turkey A player would definitely put that challenge in if it means their side gets through. I mean, you look at the cards they've already got in this tournament so far, 18 yellow cards, a record for European Championships. If they get another one, joint, I think, now, and if they get another one, they'll be the record. Frank's saying, bring Actokoglu for Yildiz. Interesting. What, for Kenan? That's a big call. I think with Kenan Yildiz, I think he's a really exciting young player. I think he's very raw, and I think there's a lot of his game that needs improvements, but he's clearly a very talented player, Kenan Yildiz. But maybe right now, Actokoglu might be what they need. If he's a bit more, I don't know, stable, secure. I think with Yildiz, you've got a bit more of that unknown, a little bit of that, bit more directness, but Actokoglu, I think, is just a bit more of a secure option. Kerem saying, after goal, Turkey 10 minutes was not under control, then got cool. Yeah, completely agree. That 10 minutes just really saw a flurry for Austria, a load of chances. But again, that's where that defence comes up massively for Turkey. They were throwing themselves in front of shots. They were making sure Austria couldn't really break them down, couldn't really get the ball in good areas. And as I was saying at half-time, Austria aren't going to make no changes. Rangnick's not going to make no changes, and they are making changes here. Pras is coming on, and I didn't quite see who the other one was, but there is a double change. I think it might be Florian Grilic. So you would imagine that'll be for Mwene and for, well, potentially Lima, but I would expect more for it to be Schmid, and then they'd move Lima back out wide. That's what I would expect to see going into the second half. But we'll have a look. I know it's Gregoric. So that'll be a change up front. But Arnautovic is coming out for the second half. So potentially Baumgartner going wide, Lima staying in midfield, Schmid coming off, something like that. We'll have to see. So Austria double change. Turkey have to react. They've got to recognise whatever Austria are doing now and then respond. If not, they'll concede. That's the problem. And as I says, Austria will start fast in that second half. Frank says, would you bring on a striker for Turkey to hold up play better and put more pressure on Austria's defence? Well, I've been saying this quite a lot throughout the tournament. If this Turkey side, with all the attacking talents they have, if they had Burak Yilmaz, that like prime Burak Yilmaz, not the one we saw in Euro 20 where he wasn't that good, but prime Burak Yilmaz in this Turkey A side would be incredible, because he holds up the ball really well. He has that height. I know obviously he's past his best now, so it'd be a completely pointless thing. But when he was, in his pomp, when he was the best he ever was, that would be such a crucial addition to this Turkey A side. Kerem says Orkan will be replaced by Yokoslu. Yeah, the defensive midfield. I wouldn't be surprised. I think we will probably see that change at some point. Just shut up that midfield. Obviously, Orkan Kokcu on a yellow card. We are now underway for the second half here. Turkey, get us started. Can they hold on and get through to the European Championships quarter-finals? Or will Austria come back in this second half? Well, it's Turkey coming forwards early on here. Mert Mulder fighting for the ball. One back, though, by Austria. Linehardt now to Pence. Save out to Danso. Mustafa, welcome to the stream. Putting some Turkish flags in there. We love to see it. Kerem says, Frank, we're waiting for Cenk Tosun or Semih Kiliksoy. I'm not too familiar with that, with the other player there, but obviously Cenk Tosun, very familiar with. Played in the Premier League for Everton. But that is the same sort of mould, a very physical striker, very good at holding that ball up and bringing others into the game. But to be fair, I've been thoroughly impressed by Burak Yilmaz. When we did our previews of the tournament, I was worried about his ability to play that role. But he is quite decent at hold-up. Maybe not the best in the world, of course, but he is quite decent at hold-up while still posing quite a good counter-attacking threat. Ball in behind. Here come Austria. Christopher Baumgartner, can he keep the ball in play? He can. Ball in there. Gregoric, he pokes it past the post. Huge opportunity for Austria. And it just goes wide there. Baumgartner works so hard to keep this alive. I think he just about kept that in. Or maybe not, to be fair. But either way, early warning signs there for Turkey. Austria coming forward with a renewed sense of aggression. And again, it's what we expected. They're going to be a bit more direct in the second half. They need a goal now, Austria. Now it says, is that a new tactic from Austria? Well, we've seen Christopher Baumgartner, who played in attacking midfield to start this game, now move out to right wing. Gregoritsch is now playing in attacking midfield. And so I think it was Schmid that made way. I'm going to have a look now. So yeah, Schmid came off, obviously. Baumgartner moving out wide, Gregoritsch into attacking midfield. Mwene at left back comes off as well, and Prass replaces him in that role. So I think that does add a bit more of a threat. We saw Prass put in a really good ball. I think he set up Sabitzer for one of his goals. Was it Sabitzer? Might have been Baumgartner, actually. I think he cut it back to the edge of the box and then it was struck well, if I remember correctly. So I think they do have a bit more attacking threat now from left back, and obviously with Gregoritsch coming into attacking midfielder, a bit of an enforcer in there. So Turkey on the ball, Bardakci. It's going to drill that down the line. It's intercepted, and here come Austria. Stefan Posch plays it inside. Nicholas Sevald. Now Danso. Across to Philipp Leinhardt. Prass manages to find Konrad Laimer, trying to play the ball down the line, and here come Austria. Marcel Sabitzer, ball in, headed away by Mary Demiral. Much better performance from Demiral this evening. He's looked really comfortable in that back line alongside Bardakci. Prass, though, unable to keep that in there for Austria. Out for a Turkey goal kick. And again, Yilmaz offering that defensive contribution in there. Now, as I meant the long ball over the top, really don't remember seeing much of that in the first half. To be fair, I think that may just be an early second half thing. You try and play that quickly, that ball in behind, and cause an issue. But it might be something we'll have to see, obviously, throughout the second half if Austria are a bit more direct with it. We have a road challenge from Sevald, but it just fall for Turkey, so advantage played. Arda Güler manages to get it out wide for Ferdi Kadioglu. Now Kenan Yildiz. Ball lifted inside. But that's one back by Austria. Marko Arnautovic. Now here come Austria. Gregoritsch. Arnautovic holds on to it. Kadioglu stops him executing the pass, but he does get around it. And now here come Austria. Stefan Posch swings the ball in. Gregoritsch heads it down, and that's wide of the mark. And out now for a Turkey goal kick. Turkey, sorry. Still adjusting to that. But just couldn't quite catch that right in there, Gregoritsch. Just wide of the mark. So Austria's changes, not really having the immediate goal-scoring impact, but they definitely look a bit more positive. Turkey under the cosh a little bit. And again, it's what can Montella do? Sometimes the best thing is to do absolutely nothing. If Turkey are holding on, don't fiddle around with it too much. Keep it as it is. But if they start to look a bit more desperate, then that's worrying, isn't it? Sabitzer gets away from his marker quite easily there. Here is Nicholas Sevald. Now Stefan Posch. Sevald. Here's Konrad Laimer. Coming forwards, Posch slides it through. Arnautovic should score. Huge save from Gunuk in there. That should have been a goal for Austria. Huge opportunity for Marko Arnautovic. The Turkey goalkeeper coming out, making himself big. The defence just seemed to switch off there. The ball was played through. They couldn't keep up with Marko Arnautovic. And that really should be 1-1 in this game. Turkey, a lot to thank their goalkeeper for there. So ball out now for an Austrian throw. Now it says Arnautovic just delayed the shot slightly, seemed to hesitate. Potentially. I'll have to see a replay. Didn't really catch it in full speed, but he did seem to Release it a little bit late. Here come Austria. Christopher Baumgartner wants to take on Bardakci, and he slipped there. Bardakci stood him up well and waited for him to make the mistake. Header forward from Lineheart. Sevald unable to get there. Kadioglu. Gula. This is nice football. That ball played through. Yilmaz will challenge for it. There's one back in there, and there will be a yellow card, and that is going to be brandished to somebody. I'm just waiting to see who. I believe it's an Austrian player. It is Philipp Lineheart, the Freiburg defender. We aren't getting replays at all action. Very true, Knick-Knack. No time for replays. This game's been end to end. Just constant action. I've loved it so far. Hopefully, the last 38 minutes are just the same. Here comes Konrad Laimer. Could look to shoot here. Laimer still going. Does shoot, but it's wide. He drags that wide. It's out for a goal kick. Perhaps should have looked to shift it. Held on to it just a little bit too long, and it ended up being quite a difficult chance, and he just scuffs it wide. Doesn't get the connection he would have wanted to there. Yeah, Arnautovic, the problem is he has to wait for the ball, Knick-Knack. We see a replay there. He has to wait for the ball. So by the time he can actually strike it, Mert Ganuk has been able to come out. And that's really good in there. Well won from Orkan Kokcu. And that's a crucial interception. He tries to play it forwards to Kenan Yildiz. Posh gets in front of it. Posh's clearance into Kokcu, resulting in Austria throw. And Laimer feeling a bit of discomfort. He's not moving freely after that attempted shot. That will be a slight worry for Austria. He's been quite crucial to how they play. Konrad Laimer. Here is Lineheart. Now Nicholas Sevald. Knocks it wide. Posh can go down the line into Baumgartner. Here come Austria now. Ball into the box. It falls for Posh again. Chance for Austria. Huge block. Mary Demirel gets in front of that one and earns himself a pat on the head from goalkeeper Ganuk. That's a crucial block in there for Mary Demirel. But they just get opened up way too easily here, Turkey. It falls for Stefan Posh. If he catches that a bit better, then that's a potential equaliser for Austria. But they're having chances now. Corner for Austria that will allow them to keep the pressure on. Sabitzer whips it in. And that's cleared away. And that will bounce out for a throw-in on the far side. Really good clearance, to be fair, from Yuksek. Easy to get this wrong, but he just stands at the front post and clears it over the goal. Yeah, Arnautovic maybe should have looked to just push that ball past the goalkeeper. Because he's either getting round him or he's getting taken out. That's the thing. He should have looked around the goalkeeper there. Now it says Lineheart looks a bit like the Austrian McTominay. He does look like McTominay a bit, yeah. So the hair, I'd say. The face, not so much. He's not, like, the cheeks are very different. But anyway, here's Kevin Danso. So the rest of the evening, analysing Linehart's face. Ball through. I think Arnautovic is offside. He's missed anyway. Yeah, Arnautovic, another good opportunity is to offside, and I think that wouldn't have counted even if that had gone in. We'll see a replay. Yeah, he just went too soon there. Timed it wrong. His effort seemed half-assed anyway. Even so, even if he just finishes that, even if he is offside, that's just going to bring that confidence up a little bit. That's another miss for Arnautovic, though. Just can't get in the groove of it. So Danso wins that off of Kenan Yildiz. 10 minutes into this second half, it has been all Austria so far. Turkey under the pressure. They've got to just ride this out now. And it does look like they're making a change. That's quite smart. Is that okay, Yukoxlu? I'm trying to see from here. It might be... To be fair, it looks like Kerem Aktürkoğlu as well. Kadioglu takes on the fullback and knocks it past Posh. Posh trying to get back in. Kadioglu bearing in on goal. Blocked by Danso, who stands his ground. Baumgartner gets away from one. Gives it to Sabitzer. Here come Turkey. Poor pass from Sabitzer. And Bardakci does well to read it and win that back. Lovely switch of the play to Mert Mulder. Now it says whatever Rangnick's done at half-time seems to be having an effect. Well, I think by moving Baumgartner out into right wing, they're a bit more direct in those wide areas. I think Schmid was just a bit crap, if I'm honest. He just didn't play well. But yeah, and now here come Turkey, eh? Orkan Kokcu trying to battle with Lineheart, and I think that might... Oh yeah, he's on the right side of the line of the law. Using his body there to force down Lineheart. Throw-in for Turkey, and that is... Is that Salih Özcan? I think it might be Salih Özcan coming on here. So that is the end of Ismail Yüksek's evening, and Salih Özcan coming on in his place. So a change in that midfield pivot makes sense. Yüksek already on a yellow card, of course. And with Kokcu on a yellow as well, they had to make a change in there somewhere. Not a huge surprise. Quite a good sub, I'd say, from Montella. Any Turkish fans still watching, though, do give us your thoughts. Is that a good sub for Turkey, eh? Bringing on Salih Özcan, headed out there by Press. That'll be an Austria throw. Sorry, a Turkey throw. Mulder over this. Trying to find Barış Yilmaz. Yilmaz does find him. Press wins it back. Sabitzer, they can't get out of their own corner here. Yilmaz trying to win a corner. Has he won a corner? Yes, he has. Good work, work ethic there from Barış Yilmaz. And now it's a corner for Turkey. Yeah, if they can find something now, what a time this would be to find a cushion in this game, to find a second goal. As we approach the hour mark. Arda Güler whips it in, and it's there. Turkey have another, and it's Merih Demiral. He's had a brace in this game. A player you would never expect to score a brace, but wow. Arda Güler whips it in. Merih Demiral heading it home. Austria 0, Turkey 2. And what a crucial goal that could turn out to be. So important. Brilliant ball from Arda Güler. Headed home by the towering presence in the box of Merih Demiral. And now with 30 minutes to play, Turkey A lead by 2-0. That's huge. That is a huge moment. They just couldn't mark him up in there. 2 players on him. He rose above them both. Pence has got to do better in goal. But Turkey A will not care. Austria 0. Turkey A 2. Merih Demiral with a goal. Headed home wonderfully. And Vincenzo Montella running up the sideline there. Fist pumped in the air. And Austria, as you say, Harry, are in huge trouble now. I don't think anybody saw this coming. Kerim celebrating, Karakadi celebrating. What a moment for Turkey A. And Merih Demiral firing himself into the Golden Boot contention. He's now joint second, isn't he? With 2 goals. If he can complete his hat-trick tonight, he'll be joint top scorer. And probably one of the only defenders in Euros history to get a hat-trick. Potentially the only defender in Euros history to get a hat-trick. I can't think of any others. Pras trying to switch the play. Kenan Yildiz wins it back. Baumgartner fighting for it. Here is Yildiz. Now Güler tries to release Barış Yilmaz. One back in there with the header of Philipp Lineheart. Lot of work for Austria to do now. Pras to Konrad Laimer. Yeah, what moment this evening for Merih Demiral. Christopher Baumgartner bringing it forwards. That's a poor ball. He's got to see Stefan Posch in a wide area there. Huge chance goes begging for Austria. Poshinek, as he tries to pick out Arnautovic, is a poor pass. Runs through to the goalkeeper. Now saying Austria have actually started the half well, but that's a massive blow. Now it says the last hat-trick was David Villa in 2008. Can Mary Demiral become the first player to score a hat-trick in a Euros game since David Villa in 2008? That would be incredible. Has a defender ever done it, Nick Nack? Could Demiral become the first defender in Euros history with a hat-trick? Fairly incredible. Here comes Turkey A. Kadioglu. Driving it forwards, finds Arda Güler. That is over the line there as Lineheart barges him down. He's on a yellow card here. Could Lineheart be off? I think he's going to get away with it. But that is a forceful shove from Philipp Lineheart. And so Turkey 8 with a free kick with 28 minutes to play. Doubt it, says Nick Nack. Yeah. Go on, Demiral getting into the box now. Can he complete his hat-trick? Take home the match ball. Yeah, staggering turnaround of the poll, by the way. At the start of the stream, Austria were the favoured side. Now, with 82 votes in the poll in chat, 77% of them have gone for Turkey A. Incredible stuff. Kokcu, Kadioglu, now Arda Güler. Lovely lifted ball into the box, and Pence manages to claim it. That's a long throw as they look to execute this attack quickly, but Turkey have won it back. Yildiz. Kokcu cuts it back. And that doesn't quite come off. Save out down the line. One high by Kadioglu. Yilmaz went slightly over the ball there and caught Kevin Danso. Austria furious as it's not pulled up as a foul. And Turkey have possession. Gunuk. They dig all the way back to their goalkeeper, to be fair. Not over just yet, says Nick Nack. Of course not. If Austria could find a goal in the next 5 minutes, suddenly the game looks well and truly on. You've got to be thinking, you've got to expect some changes, while speaking of which they are now making changes. Grilic coming on and Maximilian Wöber. So Lima and Lineheart off. Grilic and Wöber on. So a bit of defensive stability in there. Obviously Lineheart on a yellow and, well, very much on his last warning after that push. And now Florian Grilic coming into midfield to give a bit more steel in there. Kerem says Turkey A lost 6-1 against Austria at last friendly game. Before the match, all Turkish players speak about the revenge. That's why the Turkey A team are a little bit uncontrolled. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about that because obviously before the tournament, a lot of people were saying, Turkey A dark horses. A reason a few people wrote them off over, of course, was that 6-1 game against Austria. They got torn apart in that game. But they've improved massively since then, as proven by the scoreline so far this evening. It would take a mammoth turnaround from Austria to win this game now. Save out. Back to Wöber, now Danso. Now, says if you're going to lose, do it in a friendly. This is the game that matters. Very true, exactly that. Danso. And now Wöber. Here is Kevin Danso again. Baumgartner. Here's Stefan Posch. And Kadioglu knocks that out for a corner. Can Austria make good on this corner and get a goal back in this game? Yeah, Kadioglu does really well to get back in there. Savitzer over this then. Players loading the box. Can they make something happen? Sabitzer in. Header across. And there is Gregoric to fire home. Austria have a lifeline in this game. 25 minutes to play. Austria 1, Turkey 2. Turkey A 2. Crucial, crucial goal that. Gregoric at the back post. Met the flick on in there. I think it was from Wöber. The substitute. Substitutes linking up. And that's a really good goal for Turkey, eh? Huge. Just get caught out there at the corner. And Gregoric at the far post to fire home. Gönük left with no chance. And that gives Austria something to go after now. Kadioglu. Oh, Turkey, responding perfectly here as Kenan Yildiz tries to come forward. That is a very soft one in there. He needs little invitation to go down. Ball forward from save out. I think if Turkey want to shore up, they've got to make some changes. Perhaps Cenk Tosun, perhaps Kerem Aktürkoğlu. Okay, your Coxlu as well could come into midfield. Just have to add a bit of steel. They need to do something though. Because Austria have the momentum now. Stefan Posch. Now Kevin Danso. Maximilian Wöber. Ball into the box. Cleared away by Bardakci. Yilmaz. And again Bardakci, the player that heads it away. Don't know why. No idea why Yilmaz made that more difficult for them. Nicholas Seyval, that ball into the box. Gregoric flicks on and it's into the gloves of Gönük. Just couldn't get much contact or much proper contact behind that Gregoric. Right sort of idea, and he did turn it goalwards. But quite a comfortable save for Mert Gönük in the end. Now it says it'll be the first 2-goal turnaround of the tournament if it happens. Well, I guess we'll see. Kadioglu driving inside. Harry says we'll get tougher and tougher for Turkey now. Very true. Kokcu. Bardakci finds Arda Güler. Under pressure from Nicholas Seyval. Still going Güler. He has run that off the pitch though, and that will be an Austria throw. Montella on the sideline trying to get his team going. They need that motivation. They need that encouragement now. Turkey 22 minutes to hold on here. Austria have a goal back. They've got momentum now in this game. But the other thing that goal proved was how crucial it was that Turkey did go ahead and get that second goal. Here's Kevin Danso. Posch. Ball down the line into Baumgartner. Posch making the run beyond. Baumgartner tries to play it inside. Headed away in there by Salih Özcan. Now Güler loses the ball too cheaply, and there Arda Güler. And as we hit 70 minutes, or as we approach 70 minutes in this game, Austria sensing an opportunity, you think. It's actually been given us a free kick in there, I think. To Turkey. Kadioglu. Now Bardakci. Back to Gönük. Bardakci. Now Kadioglu, important challenge from Baumgartner in there. Ferdi Kadioglu. Here's Kenan Yildiz. Lovely ball inside from Yildiz. Kokcu. And he just couldn't quite feed that to Arda Güler. He tries to take it on his own. And it's cleared away by Pence. The Austrian goalkeeper, Posch, under pressure from Kadioglu, goes to Seyval. Seyval plays it down the line. Baumgartner will give chase, but Bardakci comes across. Kenan Yildiz just chipping that ball forwards. Baumgartner tries to play it through, and Arnautovic unable to make anything of that. Yildiz, ball forward from Bardakci. Now Kadioglu. Flicked on, and now here come Turkey. Güler feeds Mert Mulder. Here come Turkey. Can they find a third? Barış Yilmaz trying to get a shot away. cuts it back. There's nobody in there though. Turkey sat deep now. But yeah, if you are new around here and this is your first stream, or you've watched loads and just haven't subscribed, then do hit that subscribe button. It massively helps us out. We're trying to hit 3,000 subscribers before the start of the new football season. So do hit that subscribe button. We've been getting loads over this tournament. And we are live for every single match. So do hit subscribe. Here come Austria. Sievald. Grilic. Nicholas Sievald. Now it's with Marcel Savitzer. Maximilian Wöber. Here's Prass. Just lifting it in there. Headed on by Gregoric. Arnautovic looked for the overhead kick. Would have been fun to see him pull it off, but he couldn't quite manage it. Didn't even attempt it in the end. Danso. Stefan Posch. Tries to put the ball in the box. There's a header from Baumgartner at the back post. Headed away though by Ayan. Kept high by Austria. Prass swings it in there. It's headed out by Demiral, but it's out for a corner. Wrong direction really, and we've already seen Austria score from one corner. This will allow them to put more pressure on. So the clock ticking down. Austria ball in, punched away by Gunuk. Falls for Grilic, blocked by Ferdi Kadioglu, who's firmed one hell of a strike there to the body. But he takes it like a true warrior in there. Now says, do Austria have the guile to find another goal? That's the question. Ball into the box, cleared away by Ayan. So Austria with a throw. I think Prass is going to try and put this into the box now with a long throw attempt. Does so. Flicked on in there by Wöber. Arnautovic challenges. So there's a couple other challenges, but nothing else quite comes off. Danso heads that ball down. Back now to Sievald, who goes back to Pence. And now Austria having to drop back in momentarily. Turkey given a respite. Sievald. Wöber. Florian Grilic. Ball to Stefan Posch. Posch to Savitzer. Ball in. Headed away. Here's Grilic. Struck well. Saved well by Gunuk. Now it says it's all a bit predictable, most of their attacking play. Well, for Austria, yeah, it just seems that they've run out of all the options, all the tools they were using in the other games. Before, they found it easy to break everyone down. I think the problem is Turkey are so deep, and that's not something they've really been up against in this tournament. Other than Poland, who were just so poor. Arnautovic, it's blocked. Full ball from Turkey, cut out by Kevin Danso. Here come Austria. Prass to Baumgartner. Back towards Prass, but it runs off the end of the field, and that will be a Turkey goal kick. Just, not able to find a breakthrough, a second goal in this game, Austria. Plenty of time still, says Nick Nack. Very true. Very true, Nick Nack. Of course, the winner of this will play the last quarter-final next Saturday evening. Or this Saturday evening, I mean. Against Netherlands. Will be a cracking game. Whoever gets through. At the moment, it will be Turkey, but still time for Austria. They try and feed the ball through. Crucial interception from Bardakci. Here is Ferdi Kadioglu. Ball forwards. Looking for Arda Güler, but it runs through to Pence. Here come Austria. Grilic. Now Stefan Posch. Posch finds Savitzer. Savitzer towards Grilic. Cut out by Bardakci in there. Here comes Ferdi Kadioglu. One back by Grilic. Had a play for an Austria throw. Posh. Savitzer. You've got to think Turkey will be thinking about subs, right? Be a bit more defensive. Arnautovic tries to get ahead on that. I think that was headed out though, and that will be a corner, I want to say. Yeah, it was by Dakchi. They got his face on that more than his head. So that will be an Austria corner. First, though, we'll see another sub in this game. On to Gula, the one making way. And that will be Yakoslu. Okay, Yakoslu coming on. There will actually be a double change as Kenan Yildiz makes way for Kerem Aktürkoğlu as well. So that's a more defensive midfielder on in there then. Either Kokcu will go wide or they're going to go even deeper in this game. They might play a 5-3-2 now with Yilmaz and Aktürkoğlu up front. They could drop Ayan into that back line and then Kokcu and Yakoslu in that midfield. And Özkan, of course. We'll have to see. Sabitzer now with the ball. To be fair, it's going to be everyone behind the ball for Turkey, eh? Austria, though, have a corner now. They've already scored from one of these. Can they do it again? Marcel Sabitzer steps up towards the front post. Cleared away. And that's out for a throw. Oh, that's another corner, I think. So Sabitzer needs a better delivery this time. Does get it. No, he doesn't. Headed away. So here come Austria. Lienhardt. They're just having all of the ball in this second half. 64% of possession in this second half. They've had 11 shots to Turkey's 2. Turkey A's 2, sorry. Turkey A with 2 shots, 1 goal in this second half. Very clinical. But yeah, 1.55 XG for Austria, 0.4 for the opposition. Kokcu tries to play it wide, out for a throw. Here come Austria. Can Turkey hold on? 10 minutes to play. If you're watching along, get involved in the live chat. Who will win? Will Turkey hold on? Will Austria find an equaliser and take us beyond the 90? Get involved and have your say in the live chat. Here come Austria now, though. Florian Grilic. Kevin Danso. Now Grilic. Stefan Posch. Posch feeds it through. Ball across from save out. Cleared away. Aktürkoğlu. Clears it out. Here's Kevin Danso. Danso to Grilic. Ball out wide into Pras. Back now to Maxi Vorba. Here's save out. Save out to Danso. Danso gearing up for a shot. Plays it wide instead to Marcel Sabitzer. Sabitzer looking to cross it in now. That is blocked. And then smashed clear by Kokcu, who seems to have hurt himself in the process there. Yeah, Kokcu, I think, signalling to the bench. He may not be able to continue. He's certainly not moving freely in there. Posch comes inside quickly with the ball. Sevald, Pras to Gregoric, to Posch. It's an absolute mess in there. It's kept alive though. Danso, Sabitzer. Austria throwing everything at the game now. Ball in, headed away, falls for Gregoric. Oh, it's cleared into... Sorry, Baumgartner cleared into him there. By, I think it was Ayan in there, wasn't it? Just clearing it into Baumgartner. The chance seemed to come alive for him. But then, yeah, Ayan coming across well. It does feel a bit desperate at this stage now for Austria. But can they find that goal? Now, saying as a neutral, Austria look more like scoring in the last 10 minutes than we did against Slovakia. The pressure is incessant now. Love the use of the word incessant. And it's definitely fitting. They have been, they're really putting the pressure on Turkey. Turkey, sorry. Kokchu down, as I said. Just seemed to... Yeah, it doesn't... Just, I don't know what happens there to his ankle when he swings and kicks the ball. He just seems to hurt himself in there. I think it might be his hamstring, actually. Cramp setting in for Orko and Kokchu. So they will likely make a change in there unless they can nurse him back to recovery. I think that's going to be it. It will be for Orko and Kokchu in his place. Irfan Can Kavechi coming on. I think it's his first appearance at the tournament, so a big chance, or a big moment for him. 7.5 minutes to go in this game. Not long for Turkey to hold on. Not long for Austria to try and find a goal. For Austria, the time will just seem to be slipping through their fingers. For Turkey, it'll feel like the exam clock ticking slower than normal. And Austria coming forward, Stefan Posch plays it wide into Marcel Sabitzer. Florian Grilic. Danso. Grilic tries to play it forwards. That's a good ball through to Arnautovic, but he just can't react in time. Austria coming close. Grilic. Arnautovic holds onto the ball well. It's messy from Turkey. Savitzer's touch is woeful. Danso to Posch. Puts it in the area. Headed wide by Baumgartner. Huge opportunity. I think that may have taken a touch though. Potentially just headed away actually. No, he has just headed that off, Baumgartner. I thought he was getting the ball to take the corner, but he's not. He's getting the ball for the goal kick to hurry up. Turkey slowing the game down as much as they can. Gönük will send it forwards. Yilmaz challenges, loses it. Here come Austria. Danso sending it long. No time to kill for Austria. For Turkey, again, it'll feel like the longest 5 minutes of their lives as they try and hold on desperately for a place in the European Championship quarter-finals. But yeah, what an evening so far. Turkey holding on by the skin of their teeth. Austria throwing everything they've got at the game. Maxi Vorba. Here is Danso. Now it's with Grilic. Knocks it wide into Stefan Posch. Posch goes down the line. Marcel Savitzer wants to take on Ferdi Kadioglu but can't. And then that is out for an Austria. For a Turkey throw. So smart from Kadioglu in there. And now he'll slow that game down. A reminder, they don't use FIFA's accurate stoppage time. So time wasting is still effective in the Euros. But corner now for Austria. They're going to load the box. Can they find a route to goal? Ball in, headed toward goal, but over the bar. Baumgartner's come close tonight. So many opportunities for him under that one though, and it was always going to go over the bar. He just couldn't meet that correctly. Rangnick watches on, a nervous expression across his face. Can Austria find some late equaliser. Kevin Danso. But wide from Grilic into Stefan Posch. Posch to Grilic. Grilic carrying that ball forwards now. Looping it into the box. And that is going to bounce towards Prass. Prass will keep it alive against Mert Mulder. Just waiting for the opportunity to open. Here are Austria. Grilic. Sevald. Is there a route to go? Ball wide into Marcel Savitzer. Savitzer slips over slightly to Danso. Danso to Grilic. Grilic almost loses it. Strong tackling there. Austria keep possession. Sevald. Baumgartner ball in. Headed away by Mary Demiral. Danso. And that headed pass is picked off by Akçakoglu. The fresh legs driving forward. Can Turkey deal the hammer blow? Yilmaz chasing Pence. Pence clears it away. Here come Austria now. The game is alive because Austria need a goal. Turkey desperate to hold on. Here comes Christopher Baumgartner. Strong challenge. Ball won by Mert Mulder. Mary Demiral now will hoof it clear. It's going to drop in there to Prass. Prass trying to hold on to it. Desperately brought down. Nothing given. Turkey coming forwards to Akçakoglu. Into Yilmaz. Options on the edge. Can he pick someone out? He strikes it. And fury amongst his teammates. Turkey players lining up on the edge of the box to strike it. That would have killed the game off. Yilmaz selfishly going for goal. Had to look up, had to see his teammates. And now, here comes Turkey to Austria. Can they find a goal in this late moments of the game? Kevin Danso. To Savitzer. Back inside to Florian Grilic. Now Stefan Posch. Posch loses it, but it's going to go back to Kevin Danso. Pence. And Turkey are not coming out here. They are sat in two very solid banks of five. They're going to sit in and they are going to wait this out. They're going to try and hold on. Austria frustrated at a misplaced pass. Here's the ball go out of play. I can't imagine we're going to have a whole host of added time. There's not been too many changes. Too many stoppages. That's there. Danso heads it forwards. Falls for Ozcan, who clears it long. Verba, Danso, Florian Grilic plays it forward. Marcel Sabitzer now. Here's Stefan Posch. Sevald, Gregoric, Baumgartner, Marcel Sabitzer, and there'll be 4 more minutes in this game. Still time for Austria to try and find a goal. Turkey those 4 minutes will feel like 400 minutes. Baumgartner, ball in. Gregoric can't meet it with his head. Baumgartner heads it forwards. Headed away by Mert Mulder convincingly. Here is Marko Arnautovic now. Prass, ball in. It's going to drop in there. It's cleared away. Huge clearance from Bardakci in there. And now out for a Turkey throw. Bardakci, I think, down in there with cramp now after that clearance. And they will waste more time. The ball went in from Verba. It dropped in the box from the head of Gregoric. And then it was just smashed away. Okay. Your Coxley getting under that one. Not long left to play. Turkey A creating a vibrant atmosphere here as they look to see themselves into the quarterfinals of the European Championships. Austria have never reached the quarterfinals before in their history, and it looks unlikely that they will now. They need a late goal here. Florian Grilic now to Kevin Danso. Grilic. Danso. Plays it wide. Verba. And it's cleared away. Out of play for a Turkey A throw. Mulder throws it forwards, header away. Savard unable to hold on to it. Bit messy in there. Now here come Austria. Savard, Arnautovic, Savitzer, unable to do much. Going to drop in there for Kevin Danso. Now Prass. Ball wide into Stefan Posch. Posch puts it in there. Cleared away by Bardakci. Now Ferdi Kadioglu driving forwards. Here come Turkey A looking for a confirmation. Baris Yilmaz bearing in on goal. Gets past Verba. Yilmaz strikes it. Saved by Pence. Here come Austria now the other way. Prass plays it forwards, cleared away there by Mary Demiral. Surely have they got one more chance in them, Austria? Savitzer smashes it in there. It's cleared away by Turkey A. Now Danso. Marcel Savitzer. Ball in. Headed away again. Prass. Hooked back in there. Gregoric on target. What a save! Mertganuk with a phenomenal save to deny Baumgartner. That is crucial. That is crucial for Turkey A. Mertganuk hooking it off the line. Christopher Baumgartner thought he'd scored. Turkey A should see this out now. Pence in the box. Austria going for the game. Will there be a late equaliser? Surely there is no time now. Keeper on keeper here as Pence puts pressure on Ganuk. Can Austria find a goal? Ball in from Sabitzer, and that's headed away. Can Yilmaz get there? He can. Posch wins it back. Austria, that's a foul apparently. No, it's full time. Austria 1, Turkey A 2. Turkey A through to the quarterfinals of the 2024 European Championships. What a moment. And they will face Netherlands on Saturday. What a game. What a match. Turkey A upsetting the odds and knocking Austria out. The fight, the spirit, the passion from Turkey A sees them through, where they'll face Ronald Koeman's Netherlands side in the quarterfinals. Saturday evening, that game will be. Make sure to be here. What a moment though, and thanks to everyone that's joined us this evening. Yellowstone stunned. AJ offers congratulations. Kerim says not bad. Turkey A will be better. Even better than getting through into the quarterfinals. Well, I look forward to seeing that. Congratulations to Turkey A. Commiserations to Austria. But it does set up a very fascinating quarterfinal tie where Turkey A, of course, will face the Netherlands. And that should be very very interesting. But yeah, wonderfully coached performance from Vincenzo Montella. Wonderful performance from the players out on the field to execute the game plan. Turkey 8 rejoice. Austria players in tears on the field. They wanted more from this tournament. They played well in the group stage, but it didn't come together this evening. Merry Demiral, the hero, with his brace this evening, coming into the side for Acadian, who was suspended due to his yellow card accumulation. And now they're through to face the Netherlands. What a big tie that will be. What an evening that should be. Join us on Saturday night for that. In the meantime, we've got 2 days off. On Thursday, we'll be previewing all of the quarterfinal matchups, including, of course, Turkey versus Netherlands. So look out for that video. And then Friday and Saturday, every single game of the Euros will be covered live on this channel. So do make sure to subscribe, leave a like, set reminders on when the stream pages come out, all that sort of stuff. That's everything, though, from me this evening. I am going to go now and rest my voice up for the next stint of the Euros, the quarterfinals coming up this weekend. But thank you guys so much for joining us throughout this tournament, and especially for this evening's stream. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.